The journey of self-discovery is not without its challenges. It requires us to face the parts of ourselves that we often keep hidden, the parts that we're afraid to acknowledge. But it's in this confrontation that growth occurs. In the quiet, we hear the whispers of our innermost desires, the gentle nudging towards our true purpose and calling. Silence gives us the clarity to see our lives not as a series of random events, but as a canvas for our own creation. Consider the moments when silence has brought you clarity. Perhaps it was a walk in nature, away from the distractions of daily life, or a quiet morning moment before the day begins. In these moments, the mind settles and the heart speaks. Insights that were previously clouded by the noise of our busy lives suddenly become clear. Decisions that seemed insurmountable become manageable. This is the power of silence. Moreover, silence fosters creativity. In the quiet, the mind is free to wander, to explore, to imagine without the constraints of noise and distraction. New ideas can take root and flourish. Many of the world's greatest thinkers and creators have attributed their most profound insights to moments of silence and solitude. In these moments, the boundaries of possibility expand and the extraordinary becomes attainable. Silence also teaches us the value of patience. In a world that demands instant gratification, silence reminds us that some things require time to unfold. It teaches us to wait, to listen. This patience is a vital component of personal growth. It allows us to approach life with a sense of calm and composure, to respond rather than react to the world around us as we navigate the journey of personal growth. Let us not underestimate the power of silence. Let us carve out moments in our day to disconnect from the noise, to connect with ourselves. In these moments of stillness, let us listen to the wisdom that silence offers. Let us embrace the quiet, not as a void to be filled, but as a space to be explored. In the heat of conflict, where emotions run high and words often fly unchecked, silence can be a powerful tool. There lies a hidden strength, a tool of profound power and influence, the strength of silence. In our journey through life, we encounter moments of disagreement, of tension, of opposing viewpoints. It is in these moments that the choice of silence, far from being a sign of weakness, reveals itself as a fortress of self-control and wisdom. Picture yourself in the midst of a heated argument. Voices rise, words become weapons, and the gap of understanding widens. Now, imagine choosing silence in this storm. This silence is not a surrender, but a strategic pause, a moment to collect your thoughts, to calm your emotions, to see beyond the immediate chaos. It's a choice that speaks volumes, conveying patience, respect, and the willingness to listen, even when every instinct urges you to retaliate. Silence in conflict is like navigating through a storm. When the waves of discord rise and the winds of anger howl, silence is the anchor that holds steady. It provides a moment to reflect, to look beneath the surface of the conflict, to understand not just what is being said, but why it's being said. In this understanding lies the path to resolution. This isn't to say that silence is about avoidance or denial. On the contrary, it's a powerful form of engagement. It's a conscious decision to take a step back, to view the situation with a clear, unclouded mind. In the heat of the moment, our words can often be reactive, driven by emotion rather than reason. Silence gives us the chance to shift from a reactive stance to a proactive one, to choose our words with care and precision, ensuring they contribute to a solution rather than exacerbate the problem. Moreover, silence in conflict demonstrates strength of character. It shows a mastery over one's impulses, a deep-rooted confidence that doesn't need to rely on verbal confrontation to assert itself. This kind of strength is contagious, inspiring calm and reason in others, and setting the stage for constructive dialogue. In the realm of personal relationships, the strength of silence is particularly poignant. It's easy to let anger or frustration dictate our words, but it takes true courage to choose silence, to give space for emotions to settle, for perspectives to shift. In this space, we open the door to empathy, to understanding, to seeing things from the other person's point of view. We allow for the possibility that there might be more to the story than our own perspective. Silence also teaches us humility, a crucial component in resolving conflict. It reminds us that we don't always have all the answers, that our viewpoint is not the only one. It encourages us to listen, to learn, and to grow. In doing so, we often find that the differences that seem insurmountable are in fact bridges to deeper understanding and connection. As we navigate through life, let us embrace the strength of silence in times of conflict. Let us use it not as a shield to hide behind, but as a tool to build bridges. Let us remember that in the midst of turmoil, the ability to remain calm and composed, to listen before we speak, is invaluable. Friends, success leaves clues, and one big clue is this: the most successful people are often quiet. They're too busy doing to talk about it. They know real power comes from a mix of quiet thought and bold action. Think of a seed. You plant it, give it what it needs, then step back and let it grow. But once it starts sprouting, you keep working, watering, nurturing, protecting it. That's how you should approach your goals. Quietly plan and act boldly. The world isn't set in stone, it's shaped by your beliefs. If you think opportunities are scarce, they will be. But if you see challenges as opportunities, you'll find a way. Fear often stops us from acting. It lies and tells us we can't succeed. But when you ignore fear and act as if you have nothing to lose, you unlock real growth. Great leaders and innovators were quiet doers, not loud talkers. They succeeded because they acted despite the odds. You don't need to change the world, but you should change your own world by embracing silent, fearless action. Start now. Be silent, listen to your heart, and act on what you hear. You have nothing to lose but your potential. Your job, relationships, and possessions are just roles you play. They're not who you are. You are the dreamer and doer within you. Now embrace your silence and work hard on yourself. You can make a fortune. If you would have known me at age 25, you would have said, Jim Rohn's a hard worker. If you'd have known me, you'd have said that I'm the guy who doesn't mind coming a little bit early and staying a little bit late. I don't mind that. You'd have said, well, Jim Rohn's a hard worker. But why did he have pennies in his pocket, nothing in the bank, and behind on his promises? I changed. I turned my life around. Is it possible to become worth millions? Speaking economically now, there are a lot of values to become, but let's just talk economics. Is it possible to become that valuable? The answer is, of course. Of course. Let me give you the secret. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Once I got that, it turned my life around. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Well, I was a hard worker, but I was working hard on my job, not on myself. I'm telling you, if you'll learn that simple little principle and start the process today, the latest tomorrow, I'll give you tonight to think it over. It's an investment in your future. Work hard on yourself and develop the skills. Work hard on yourself and develop the graces, all of the stuff necessary to become more valuable to the marketplace. I'm telling you, your whole life can explode into change, promotions, no problem, becoming more valuable to the company. I'll tell you, no problem money, no problem economics, no problem future, no problem if you just go to work on the right thing. Don't try to change the seed, don't change the soil, don't change the sunshine, don't change the rain, don't change the mix of seasons. Let the mirror become more valuable. Now, why would we pay somebody only $4 an hour? They're not very valuable to the marketplace. So how do you get more money? You become more valuable. You can't get rich by demand. You can't wait for a raise. It's easier to climb than to wait for a raise. Why not become more valuable instead of waiting? That's the key to all good things. Becoming more valuable. To practice silence and act as if nothing bothers you, follow these steps. Find small silences. In our noisy world, carve out brief moments of quiet. It could be 5 minutes each morning, a quiet walk at lunch, or turning off electronics before bed. Use these times to connect with your thoughts and feelings. This silence helps you gain clarity and hear your true desires. Take small, bold actions. Start with small acts of courage. Speak up in meetings, try a new hobby, or have a tough conversation you've been avoiding. Each small step builds your confidence and prepares you for bigger challenges. Surround yourself with quiet achievers. You become like the people you spend time with. Seek out those who work quietly and effectively. Their example will inspire and guide you. Redefine failure. See failure as part of the journey, not the end. Every successful person has failed many times. Learn from your failures and use them as stepping stones to success. Practice gratitude. Appreciate what you have. Gratitude shifts your perspective, making you more willing to take risks because you understand that you have much to lose only if you don't take action. Focus on growth, not just goals. Concentrate on improving each day rather than just hitting specific goals. Growth allows you to see every action as an opportunity and every setback as a lesson. Practice mindfulness. Be fully present and aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Mindfulness helps you recognize and manage fear, keeping you focused on what truly matters. Embrace discomfort. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Growth happens outside your comfort zone, so put yourself in challenging situations that push you to grow. Cultivate self-trust. Trust your instincts and abilities. Keep promises to yourself and face fears to build confidence. The more you trust yourself, the more boldly you'll act. Remember your why. Understand that acting as if you have nothing to lose is about living fully and becoming your best self. Keep your purpose in mind to stay motivated when challenges arise. This practice of silence and fearless action is a lifelong journey. You'll have days when you excel and others when you struggle. Focus on progress, not perfection. Each moment of silence and each brave action contributes to becoming your true self. The power to create the life you want is within you. Embrace silence, act boldly, and seize this moment. The world awaits your unique contribution, so listen to your inner voice and let it guide you. The future belongs to those who believe in their dreams and pursue them with courage and quiet strength. Will you be one of them? The choice is yours. I believe in your potential. Remember, success is not just about reaching a destination. It's about who you become along the way. It's about the habits you develop, the character you build, the lives you touch. Every silent moment of reflection, every bold action you take is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. Success is not something you pursue. It's like chasing a butterfly. You can't quite catch it. Success is something you attract by becoming an attractive person, embracing silence and fearless action, a call to transform. I won't pretend it's going to be easy. Anything worth pursuing rarely is. You will face obstacles and make mistakes, but remember, these challenges are opportunities. They are chances to learn, grow, and become stronger. Every success story started with a single step. Your journey of 1,000 miles begins now, with your decision to embrace silence and act fearlessly. You might be wondering, what if I fail? Let me share a truth about failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of it. Each setback, mistake, or failure is simply feedback. Information that helps you adjust your course and improve. In fact, if you're not failing, you're probably not pushing yourself hard enough. Playing it safe may feel comfortable, but in the long run, it's the riskiest choice you can make. The world keeps moving forward, and if you stand still, you risk falling behind. So, address your view of failure. Instead of avoiding it, embrace it as a necessary part of your journey. Learn from it, and keep moving forward. Feeling fear is natural when we tackle something significant, but it's in these moments that we must find the courage to push ahead. Here's a strategy that helped me. Confront your fears and act despite them. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's acting despite being afraid. Each time you face your fears, you weaken them and gain strength, wisdom, and confidence. I've faced my fair share of fears and doubts. There were times when I doubted myself, moments when doubt almost suffocated my dreams. But I learned to ask myself, what's the worst that can happen? Most times, the worst wasn't as bad as I imagined. And even when it was, I realized that not trying, not giving my dreams a chance, was a bigger risk than failing. So how do we put this into practice in our lives? Begin by acknowledging your fears, not as adversaries, but as indicators guiding you towards growth. Then take small, steady steps to confront them. It could be speaking up in a meeting, sharing your ideas with a colleague, or tackling a challenging project. With each step, you'll notice your fears weakening and your confidence growing. And when doubt creeps in, challenge it. Hold on to the belief in your vision and past successes, no matter how minor. Remember, every great achievement starts with a courageous first step. Every great achievement starts with a decision to stop waiting and start doing. Embrace silence and act as if you have nothing to lose. You have the power to make that decision and change your life. When you embrace silence and act boldly, you don't just change your own life, you become a beacon for others. Your courage and drive will shine through, showing people what's possible and inspiring them to take action too. Every small act of bravery you make sends out ripples, spreading far beyond you and making a real difference in the world. Now, if you're worried about responsibilities and those who depend on you, remember this. Acting as if you have nothing to lose doesn't mean being reckless. It means chasing what truly matters, even when it's scary. For those with dependents, this mindset is even more crucial because it sets a powerful example. It shows them that taking action instead of making excuses is the way to live a meaningful life. When you begin this journey, results might not be immediate. Real change is gradual, much like the growth of a tree. You may not see changes right away, but beneath the surface, progress is being made. Stay patient, trust the process, and keep working, even when you can't see immediate results. Your efforts will eventually bear fruit in ways you might not expect. Consistency is crucial. It's not the intensity of your actions, but the consistency that matters most. Daily small actions are more powerful than occasional big efforts. If you want to fill a jar with pebbles, adding one pebble every day is more effective than adding a handful once a week. Similarly, consistent daily efforts in embracing silence and fearless action will lead to significant changes over time. Lastly, don't forget to celebrate your progress. Celebrating small victories reinforces the behavior you want to continue and builds your confidence. Acknowledge and appreciate every step forward, no matter how small. Celebrations don't need to be grand. Even a moment of quiet recognition or a small treat can be enough. As we wrap up, remember that this journey is about becoming more of who you truly are. It's about stripping away the noise and limitations that hold you back and revealing your true self. You are capable of far more than you realize. You have gifts, talents, and ideas that the world needs. These can only emerge when you are willing to be silent, listen to your inner voice, and act boldly in pursuit of your dreams.